What's up, guys? I just had an epic game, and one particular guy in the game was very confusing to me. As you can see, I'm number one, and our team won in the end by a lot. Like, it was a stomping. It was an A, B, and C capping match, and we basically held all the caps, for 70% of the game. And at the end, we had 100% of the caps. And I don't like to accuse people of like hacking. I don't even think I was flying in my plane and I saw this bullet sponge guy getting like kill after kill. And what I believe was an F7F, which is a big plane. And I couldn't see him flying. I had no idea where he was. And I think I seen him come into the map, and then I didn't see him anymore, and then I was doing something with somebody else flying around. But, like, if you play this game a lot, you know some people are just suspect. I'm not even close to being suspect. I don't do suspect things. I don't shoot halfway across the map and kill somebody. I think I did like once or twice, and it was totally by accident. I remember in like, actually it was actually in arcade though. I shot a KV2 like across the map, and it happened to kill somebody. It was like totally luck. And a couple of shots, I just said, you know what, I'm gonna shoot over here, and it's just crazily enough, it hit somebody. Usually in a game, there's certain principles that happen. And I'm going to go over those right now. Usually, you rush to a cap, and then you get in the plane. And then you get some kills. Or you snipe, get kills. Or you flank, and you get kills. They're basic principles of War Thunder. If you cap, usually you may or may not die quickly. Especially like if you have some teammates or something, which obviously he does not. He's not in a squad, like a big squad. Even if he knew the other number 4 there, AWG, he didn't do particularly well. So I don't really think they were together. It was just coincidence. Like who's on my team? Yeah, some guy that didn't do well at all. I didn't even keep track of this guy. Tom Ha. I had no idea what he was doing. But this guy gets 7 kills in a tank. And then he goes to proceed to get 5 aircraft kills. In a pretty short game. That's pretty amazing. This isn't even really skimming the surface on why I may or may not think this guy hacks. I think I might have seen him before, actually. Because Bullet Sponge really, what do you say, like deja vu, so to speak. So he gets two assists. Okay, fine. Then he got a cap. That's cool. This guy does it all. Airplane kills, tank kills. He's capping. He's getting assists. Now the assist is fine. I get it. I have 1 assist, big whoop. But I have 6 tank kills, and I have 1 airplane kill that I got at the last second of the game. And I didn't get very many assists, even though I was trying to hammer down the HE219 on some tanks. But I really couldn't pen this IS-2 for the life of me. And I did get 2 caps. I was racing around the map. And flanking and killing and doing a lot of good stuff. But here's what I want you to check out. Just mainly his stats. Okay, check this out. I got someone messaging me. Hey, you're in a video now. But here, check this out, guys. If you want to see something sketchy, realistic battles is the only... Oh, actually, you know what? Well, yeah, actually. Okay. Take all these away. Let's just check USA real quick. Pretty much 2-1, 2-1. Not quite, not quite 2-1, but more kills. Then deaths. More kills than deaths. Duster sucks, so I give him some slack on that one. More kills. More kills. More kills. T32, yeah, because T32 sucks. Some people like it, but honestly, it's no one's absolute top tank. I mean, it's just not there. It just gets over tiered too much, and it used to be good, but it's not now. More kills. More kills. Yeah, okay. This is more aircraft, so we gotta put that aside. Almost more than 2-to-1 on an M56, which has no armor, 0. It's good for rushing caps, maybe getting a kill or two, or hiding at best. It just you die to MGs. M26, yeah, Pershing sucks. Super Pershing, yeah, pretty good, 2-to-1 practically. M46, actually, I liked M46. He obviously didn't play it that much, obviously. And then, I'm not going to go through every single tank, but dude, every tank you get a 2-to-1 ratio, it's just, it blows my mind. Look at this. More than 2-to-1 ratio. I mean, feel free to pause the video if you guys want, and just count up the stats. I'm just going by the first page. Let's check this one out. I didn't look at the Brits, because, we all know the Brits. No armor. But you know what? His top tanks all look freaking good. Oh my god. 550 with a Chieftain. That slow-ass Chieftain that anything can kill practically from the side. And then, I'm not even going to bother with the Japs. Panther 2, good lord. 2-to-1, 2-to-1. Just going down the list, I just see a greater number. And here's the weirdest thing. When I looked at the Russians, I was like, well, certainly he must have... Maybe he just spaded the tanks in arcade and then brought them over. Because, when your tank first starts off, it's junk. You have to research parts. Even if you paid for every single tank and bought parts for every single tank, it would be not only ridiculously expensive, but it just seems stupid. Like, why would you do that? I mean, you want to grind some tanks. Like, look at this tank. ASU-85, I find one of the worst tanks in the game. It has a great gun, but it has literally no armor. Anything can kill it. And he's got almost a 2-to-1 ratio on. Almost. But look, arcade. What the... He doesn't play arcade. He's never played arcade. Okay, with Germany, but that doesn't help spade the tanks. Like, first of all, 54 game, that barely even counts. Oh yeah. Getting a lot of practice in, right? So maybe you're thinking, maybe he's a vet player. It does, things just don't add up to me. As a guy who's played this for years, how do you have such a high ratio on some of the worst tanks in the game? ISU 152, okay? The tank is worthless. It's one of the slowest, hugest targets in the game. It's got the worst armor. It's just utter junk. IS-3 weak gun. Excellent. Now let's look at me real quick. Something realistic. And if you're saying, hey, maybe you just suck. You could say that. You could. You could very well say that. But, and I played a lot of arcade at first, just, spade the tanks. And even if you look at my arcade battles, even in arcade, okay, I got, an absolute crazy KP2 ratio. But who doesn't? I mean, if you play arcade, KP2 it rocks. It rips. Basically what I'm saying is his realistic is like my arcade, where you can see the tanks. And even my SU 12254, junk. What else is junk? IS-2, okay, I did better. BT-7, yeah, I mean, it's weak. Not a lot of, honestly, not a lot of battles, actually, now that I think about it. Because I stopped playing arcade, and I went to, whatchamacallit, realistic, so. And, let's see, what else? Arcade. More deaths in the Bulldog. Because I had to spade it. You know, I edge out some. M10, I did actually surprisingly well. Yeah, Pershing, like I said, I hate the Pershing, so less, even in arcade, guys. M4, I did surprisingly well. T92, actually surprisingly bad. Probably because I was spading it. But like I said, just things make sense. You could tell a story with my my battles. You could tell a story. It's very easy to tell the story. So I barely just recently edged it out to at least a 50% ratio. At least, right? At least. Not a 2-to-1, but a freaking 1-to-1. M18 Hellcat. Because, you know, you get risky. You jump in a battle. Oh, I should have looked at his M18. Let me see his. Let me see his M18. See if I can find it. Because the thing, you know, the thing dies real quick. Anybody who doesn't play the M18. Here we go. This is realistic. Yeah. Alright. Interesting. So he didn't, oh crap. Well, actually I was looking at myself. I was done looking at his. We already know his. So I'm in my Germany. Realistic. Like, obviously I haven't really been playing a lot, but like, yeah, I got a couple more kills in the Panther 2 because it's good. I just recently evened out the Leopard. The Kugelblitz is mostly air, so air counts, but still more deaths. You know, decent ratio. Well, this is actually a pretty good ratio, actually. That's a Stuart Mill. I don't like it. Too slow. Anything I liked? Tiger 2, actually. Look at this. 26 kills, 26 deaths. And that's the Tiger 2, guys. I don't play it a lot. That's the H. I don't like this. This Porsche Tiger didn't like either. Just a lot of these tanks I didn't play in realistic. And if you go by my stats, it's completely obvious. He didn't play any simulator battles there. None. At least I tried it. I'm just saying, you look at his stats, and they're just ridiculous. It just smells of trouble. I don't know why to me. It just does. I mean, if you're good in the Leopard, and you're just, like, tearing shit up, that's one thing. Say you played 200 times, you have 400 kills, it makes sense. But in every, like, the top 10 tanks you use are all 2-to-1 ratios. It smells of poo. It smells like poo-poo. Alright, guys, till next time. Let me know what you think, anyway. Oh. I can't buy it. I'm getting too broke. Later.